Good morning. It is Friday. It is April the 4th. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Weather Network. It's going to be a bit of a wet and cool start to the day, depending on where you are. The bulk of the moisture, however, still down in the United States. Storms holding on down there. Tornadoes, wicked thunderstorms, tons of hail.
Yeah,
it's not good.
They've really been getting nailed. We are seeing a little bit of light shower activity here. In fact, I just heard one of the guys, one of the patrols that checks into the ministry, saying freezing rain in his area. So it is a little bit of freezing drizzle out there right now. So it could make things a little slick. And we're just around that zero mark.
Yeah, it's just that lake breeze, that easterly wind that's causing these kind of ice pellets to be coming down. I know I had some when I left my house this morning in Oakville. Temperatures, we're sitting at 2 degrees.
Disappearing really fast. And it's been really a good freeze-thaw cycle that, overnight it gets cool enough that it doesn't melt that much. So it's really been better in the lakes and rivers as a result.
Yesterday was a very cool day overall, but what does the weekend have in store? I know that's the big question. I'm going to have those details coming up in just a moment, but first, Tom, what's going on the roads? Well, the weekend, it looks pretty good. Temperatures behind the cold front today are actually really going to cool down for tomorrow. We're only going to see a daytime high of 4, but come Sunday, we hit 10 beautiful degrees, lots of sunshine. Next system moves in on Monday, but staying at seasonal.
Go to the weather.
Good morning, it's Friday.
Yay!
It's April the 4th. Thanks for joining us here at the Weather Network. It is a fairly kind of cool and damp start to the day. Special weather statement in place for southern Ontario, talking about significant rainfall later on today and the potential there for some brief freezing rain. I know you heard an OPP officer reporting freezing drizzle in the area.
A bit of freezing rain out there and through Kitchener-Waterloo and to the northwest of us, maybe towards Peterborough a little tiny bit, so just be careful.
Now temperatures, well, we're hovering around the freezing mark through many areas through noon.
Yes.
But because the weather has been so severe, the thunderstorms, they just don't want to let go. They're holding on.
They seem to be staying there. And there was a bit of a high pressure in northern Ontario, which tended to push a lot of this stuff,
South.
keeping it south, which worked to our favor.
It did, but we still do have the same amount of rain on the way, just not yet. Kilometers an hour. Have you ever paid it forward?
No, not really.
Well,
I probably should have, but I haven't.
I have to thank the guy in the pickup truck in front of me in the line at Tim Hortons this morning. He bought my coffee.
Bought mine too, actually. No, I'm just kidding.
He knew you were coming.
He knew I was coming. No, but yeah, that's very kind of him. He saw that annoyed look of yours.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, and I feel kind of bad because I was kind of leaning out the window, being like, "Come on, buddy, hurry up!"
I better buy her.
He bought my coffee. I felt guilty.
I'm gonna start getting growly in the back as you pull in.
All right. Well, yesterday we didn't see daytime highs. I've got those details coming up, but first, here's Tom with traffic. Well, behind the cold front, temperatures are going to be cooling down tomorrow. We're only going to see a daytime high of 4 degrees. By Sunday, however, we bump back up to 10. Beautiful sunshine. Monday, next system comes in. We do have rain on the way, but the good news is that getting into the majority of next week, temperatures stay seasonal. 15 to 25 millimeters of rain is on the way for today. Heaviest rain is going to be this afternoon and through this evening, and it is also going to be incredibly windy. We have the potential to see wind gusts up to 100 kilometers an hour. Those are gusts, not sustained, but sustained could be anywhere from 40 to 60, so it is going to be very intense. 4 degrees for tomorrow. Behind that cold front, we can thank the shift in winds to that northwesterly flow, and then Sunday, gorgeous day, 10 degrees, lots of sunshine. By Monday, however, next system moves in. It's going to bring us some more wet weather. Spring showers, though, 'tis the season. And then for the remainder of the week, we see some sunshine and temperatures staying seasonal. Good morning. It's Friday. It's the 4th of April. We've been talking about the severe weather that happened down towards the United States. Tornado watches and warnings still in place early this morning through parts of Texas, in through Kansas, and through Mississippi. It's been really severe down there. To just start off with a bang, they went from a winter that just didn't want to end to a spring that's just crazy.
Yeah, it's exploding. Pretty warm temperatures down there, up in 10s and 11 degrees already. So it's going to be fairly active down there.
And that's why, part of the reason why we're not into the rain just yet, because all that active weather is kind of holding on to the system. Now, our current temperatures, we're chilly. We can see wind gusts up to 100 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, and this is just this is in the early evening as we head. If you're heading down to the Jays home opener today.
Millimeters. See you later, dirty snowbanks. I'm done with you.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah, it's slow but sure. I still have a little bit around some sections of the fence at home, and my neighbor across the way on the south side of the street.
Yeah.
Still lots of snow there.
Really?
Yeah.
Lots of snow?
Well, still a couple of feet.
No.
Yes, there is.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, I know. Not good.
All right, well, yesterday it was cool. Well, I've got all those details coming up in just a moment, but first, we'll head over to Tom and traffic. Well, we've got about 15 to 25 millimeters throughout the GTA, but it is going to help melt all of the snowbanks, right? 4 degrees for tomorrow, so much cooler behind the cold front, and then we warm back up on Sunday to 10. Tons of sunshine, a beautiful forecast. Monday, we do have showers on the way, and then Tuesday is going to be more of a consistent rain. Temperatures, however, are going to stay at or above our seasonal average. Well, we've got about 15 to 25 millimeters of rain on the way. This is going to start later on this afternoon, continue through this evening to be fairly heavy. It's going to be very windy. Our winds have the potential to gust anywhere between 70 and 100 kilometers an hour. Hold on to your hat. Temperatures will be much cooler tomorrow behind the cold front, but then Sunday we warm back up again. We'll see a daytime high of 10 and lots of sunshine.
This weather segment has
that have been dealing with all week pretty much. Daytime highs were so far away from snow. We actually only got up to 3 degrees downtown Toronto. Hamilton, 2.8. But we did see a little bit of sunshine, so it wasn't the worst day ever. Now, we do have a system approaching that is going to be bringing us some decent rainfall. We're talking about 15 to 25 millimeters of rain. So say goodbye to all those little dirty snowbanks and mall parking lots and gas stations. Severe weather. This is day 3 for the United States. They have a slight risk of some tornadic activity. This is the same system that's going to be bringing us rain today and into tonight. And I do want to mention it is going to be incredibly windy as well. Winds are going to be gusting for us anywhere from 70 to 90, possibly even 100 kilometers an hour. So it's going to feel pretty, I want to say icy. It's going to be kind of a cold wind. So keep that in mind if you're heading out. New programming starts this weekend. You don't want to miss it. Here's a preview of Unearthed. Very cool. This programming starts this Sunday. You do not want to miss it. Here's Tom now with an update on traffic. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, Jay's home opener tonight. Everybody's excited.
Yeah, that's right. And Mike should actually maybe go and apply for the backup pitching role. He's a pretty good pitcher.
Is there a backup pitching role?
He's a professional pitcher.
I was talking to him about that this morning, but he doesn't seem to think that he's...
Well, he could be in that bullpen. No question.
Live from the Weather Network, here's Mike.
Here's Mike.
All right, well, we do have rain on the way, as Mike was mentioning, and the fact that the weather is so severe. Now, we'll talk about our rainfall amounts. We'll get us into the weekend in just a few moments, but first I'm going to turn things over to Tom and traffic. A little bit of sun and temperatures warming up. Not tomorrow, though. They're actually going to cool down behind the cold front. We're only going to see a daytime high of 4 degrees. By Sunday, however, we're hitting 10. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. Southerly winds, lots of sunshine. Monday, stay at 10 degrees, but we've got a new system coming in. This one is going to be bringing us rain later on in the day through Toronto, hitting Hamilton first. And then Tuesday, cooling down just slightly behind the system, but staying relatively close to seasonal. Well, the system that's going to be moving through southern Ontario is still down in the United States, bringing in severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado watches all the way down towards Texas. Now, once the system moves through southern Ontario, the winds are still going to be incredibly strong, but we don't have that risk for active weather. 15 to 25 millimeters throughout much of the GTA. This is going to be through Saturday early morning, and then conditions will improve. We'll see a daytime high of 4 degrees for Saturday, but it is going to be much cooler. By Sunday, looks great. Southerly winds, temperature gets up to 10 degrees. Monday, we stay relatively mild, but we've got our new system coming in, bringing us more rainfall into Tuesday, but temperature staying close.
this retirement if they need some help tonight.
Tom was already thinking the same thing for you, Mike. He was already saying he should just stay there and see if he can get in.
Well, why not?
I suppose.
Just go to the bullpen entrance.
Yeah,
sure.
I'm here.
That's right. I'm here. I'm ready to pitch.
I'm ready. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, the winds and the rain certainly going to be our major story today. Now, we have details on your long-range forecast. What will the weekend have for us? It's looking good, but a little cool. I'll talk about that coming up. But first, here's Tom with traffic. Well, I'll start off by letting you know about tomorrow. We're going to see 4 degrees. Temperatures are going to be colder behind that cold front. 10 for Sunday with sunshine, Monday 10, and Tuesday, next system fully moves in through southern Ontario. We're going to start to see the rain late day Monday. Temperatures stay seasonal. By Tuesday, we're looking at 7. Wednesday, cooling down to 5. So behind that system, it is going to be a little cooler. Big story, however, temperatures are going to stay above the freezing mark. We're staying closer to seasonal values pretty much through the weekend and into next week. It is still spring, I promise, even though yesterday felt a little bit more like winter. Daytime highs throughout the GTA were not impressive. We only saw a daytime high of 3 degrees in downtown Toronto. Hamilton 2.8, but we did see a little bit of sunshine, so it wasn't too bad. Now, we do have warmer temperatures on the way, but they're coming with a price. Big storm coming through southern Ontario. We have the potential to pick up about 15 to 25 millimeters of rain, but I think the big story in this is going to be our winds, incredibly gusty. We have the potential later on this afternoon, in through this evening and through the overnight, to see winds gusting anywhere between 70 to 100 kilometers an hour. Now, it's the same system that's bringing day 3 of severe potential through the United States. Now, it's more of a slight risk for tornadic activity, where yesterday we had a moderate risk, but still a lot of severe weather through the United States. Coming up this weekend, we have some really cool new programming. You don't want to miss it. Here's a preview of Unearthed. Oh, you don't want to miss it. Very cool. Kicks off this Sunday. Here's Tom now with traffic. All right, thanks so much, Mike. Yeah, it's certainly chilly. We're talking about rain and mist through Waterloo and through Kitchener. We've got freezing rain through Hamilton Airport right now being reported. It's
lovely.
Isn't it?
It's just lovely. It's all just like the ceilings are about 400 or 500 feet, so it doesn't even show up on radar. But boy, it's nasty out there.
Yeah, and it's only going to get worse. Opener, an umbrella is not going to do you any good, because the winds are going to be gusting anywhere from 70 to 100 kilometers an hour. That umbrella, it'll just be history. So think rain jacket with a hood. We'll talk about your weekend forecast in just a moment, but first, Tom, what's going on the roads? Well, temperatures are going to cool down tomorrow behind this system, so we're only going to see a daytime high of 4 degrees below our seasonal average. We should be closer to 8, 9 degrees. But by Sunday, we return to values where we should be, 10. Lots of sunshine, warm southerly wind. Monday, we stay mild, but we do have a new system coming in. This one's going to be bringing us rain from Monday in Hamilton, continuing throughout the day on Tuesday, and then again, behind the cold front, things tend to cool down, especially this time of year. So by Wednesday, below our seasonal average, but then things rise up by the end of next week. And if you're heading to the Jays game, leave your umbrella at home. It will do you absolutely no good once the wind starts to pick up. We could see wind gusts anywhere from 70 to 100 kilometers an hour. Here's a look at the radar as the system starts to approach southern Ontario. Our heaviest rainfall is going to be through this afternoon and tonight. 15 to 25 millimeters, not out of the question. And behind the system, temperatures are going to cool down briefly. Tomorrow, we're only going to see a daytime high of 4 degrees, mix of sun and cloud. But by Sunday, gorgeous conditions return. We're going to see lots of sunshine with those southerly winds. Our temperatures are going to get up to seasonal 10 degrees. All right, thanks so much, Michael. I was just checking out what's happening in the United States right now. We've got thunderstorms through Alabama and in through Tennessee, all the way over towards Kentucky. So, I mean, it hasn't ended for them yet, and it hasn't begun for us.
Yeah, we're going to get pretty windy tonight. If you're heading down to the Jays home, or as Mike's been saying, it's going to be pretty darn nasty outside, and as the system tracks north.
The umbrella just won't cut it.
No.
With winds, like he was mentioning, gusting 70, possibly even to 100 kilometers an hour throughout southern Ontario. You're going to need your rain jacket that comes with a hood.
Yeah, get out all your rain wear.
I wore my rain boots today.
Did you?
I did.
Oh.
I did. I was cold, but I wore my rain boots today.
It's slowly getting warmer.
Temperatures are going to be warming up. We stay mild today, but then cool down tomorrow behind the cold front. What else does the weekend have in store? I've got details just ahead, but first, here's Tom. Well, things are certainly going to cool down tomorrow behind that cold front. A bit of shift in the winds, more of a northwesterly flow. But the southerly flow returns on Sunday. We are going to see sunshine and beautiful temperatures. Sunday is really going to feel like an awesome spring day. You can get out, do some lawn maintenance. If you are going to the home opener tonight, remember, an umbrella is not going to cut it. It is going to be windy and it is going to be wet. So keep that in mind if you're heading out. As spectacular as this lightning is, it's just a small sample of what was going on in the U.S. yesterday. For many Americans, it's been an abrupt change from what felt like endless winter to a spring that's off to a wild start. Huge trees in several homes were no match for the intense weather that rolled through Missouri yesterday. It was the second day in a row for severe weather in the state. University City took big hits both days. American forecasters have confirmed an EF1 tornado touched down there yesterday morning. Damage has been so extensive the governor has declared an emergency. The system that generated this wall cloud near Dallas kept forecasters in Texas busy. The storm traveled across the state for 4 hours, prompting numerous tornado watches along with heavy rain and large hail. The storm had heavy rain falling in Indiana, and that prompted a couple of rescues in Carmel when drivers pushed their luck on flooded roads. The same system almost cut this home in half. It's hard to find property in this town that doesn't have some evidence of yesterday's windstorm. If today's forecast holds, this will be day 3 of intense stormy weather in the U.S. Here at home, it's been mostly calm this week, but that's coming with its own problems. Runoff has rivers running high and fast, and with rain in the forecast, they could be dangerous through the weekend. We'll tell you how much rain is expected throughout the hour. Your Southern Ontario forecast is next. It is going to be a very wet and windy night for the Jays home opener tonight for the City of Toronto. A lot of people are talking about it on social media. There are about 15 workers outside of the Rogers Centre power washing the sidewalk and the street as we speak, cleaning up after that winter of salt and sand. Everybody's so excited, they're actually tweeting pictures of their tickets. I think that's awesome that so many people are excited about this game. Will the rain put a damper on the game? Only if they open the roof, which they're not going to tonight, by the way. Wearing my raincoat to the Jays home opener, that would be a very good call. And there could be a snowstorm, and I'd still be happy. But thanks, Michael. Tom and I were just talking. It goes from hockey to baseball, interrupting marriages everywhere.
That's right. It's the hockey season is just hanging on by a thread.
Is it still hockey season?
It's still hockey season. Well,
really?
Yeah, at least one last night. It's hanging on by a thread, and then we're going into summer. Right
Thanks, John. Thanks for rubbing that salt in the wound. Our producer just said in my ear, "Not for a Senators fan."
No, that's true. That's true. The Senators are just about done.
Anyways, back to the radar.
Yes.
It has rain, but as you can see, easterly winds coming off the lake. That's what Mike's seeing downtown right now. Hamilton reporting some freezing drizzle. We've got mist and fog through Waterloo and Kitchener. So just give yourself a little extra time on the roads today, right, Tom? Well, the rain on the way, developing later on this afternoon and in through this evening. We are going to see very strong winds really start to pick up later on this afternoon. We're looking at winds gusting anywhere between 70 to 100 kilometers an hour. High pressure moves in tomorrow, and I'll talk about our temperature in just a moment. Here's a look at our rainfall forecast, 15 to 25 millimeters. And then for tomorrow, we drop to 4 degrees. Brr. But we'll see a little bit of sunshine, and then Sunday, Monday, the forecast looks fantastic. Sunshine and temperatures hitting above seasonal values at 10 degrees. Well, we do have that rain on the way. It's going to start to develop later on this afternoon at its heaviest and then move in through the evening and continue overnight. Once it starts to push out, the winds are going to shift direction to more of a northwesterly flow. These lines here that you see, they're called wind barbs. The closer they are together, the more intense our winds are going to be. We could see winds gusting anywhere between 70 to 100 kilometers an hour late this afternoon and in through tonight till about midnight. 15 to 25 millimeters of rain is in the forecast for us. So say goodbye to the rest of the snowbanks you're seeing around. Temperatures tomorrow cooling down dramatically. We're only going to see a daytime high of 4 because of those winds. And then on Sunday, a beautiful forecast returns. We'll see sunshine and a daytime high of 10 degrees. You see, I did it backwards. I should have worn my spring coat yesterday and my winter one today. Well, I actually wore my winter coat yesterday and my spring one today. That's what I get, right? Well, 8 degrees by this afternoon, so I should be okay in my spring jacket by then, right? And as Mike was mentioning, those winds are going to be incredibly strong. An umbrella just won't cut it tonight at the Jays game. You'll need a rain jacket with a hood. The system will approach later on this afternoon. We'll get into the heaviest rain in through the evening, and then the cold front moves through. The winds are going to be very strong, and then temperatures cooling down with those northwesterly winds behind it. High pressure moves back in for tomorrow, so a decent weekend ahead. 15 to 25 millimeters along the shores of Ontario, so it is going to be fairly soggy, but it'll get rid of all of those dirty little snowbanks, won't it? Yes, it will. 4 degrees for tomorrow, but then bumping up to 10 on Sunday. A great way to end a beautiful weekend. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, well, the system right now is down through the U.S., but yes, it is going to pack a punch with winds and wet conditions throughout the day today. We're seeing some thunderstorms down towards the states. This is day 3 for the potential for tornadic activity for them. So not great in terms of active weather down there, but for us, it's just going to be rain. I say just rain, but it is going to be very windy. We're going to see winds gusting up to 70, possibly even to 100 kilometers an hour to late this afternoon and in through tonight through southern Ontario. It's going to be wet. By the time it clears out through the overnight, temperatures will have dropped because of northwesterly winds behind it. So tomorrow we're going to see a daytime high of 4, but things improve by Sunday. We'll get up to 10 and see lots of sunshine. You've given me an idea.
Snowy as it is what it is.
Okay, that doesn't count. It's Friday. It is the 4th of April. Thanks for joining us here on the Weather Network. I'm Emily Vukovic. Temperatures certainly starting off chilly, but we will warm up. Temperatures are going to be hitting close to seasonal values throughout the day today. We'll get up to 8 and then in through tonight. Now behind the cold front, temperatures will cool down significantly. Here's the system down through the United States. We're seeing some pretty decent thunderstorms. A lot of states dealt with tornadic activity yesterday and even the day before. So today is day 3 for them. For us, it is going to be all rain. We don't even have the risk of isolated thunderstorms. Some areas have reported seeing a little bit of freezing drizzle just ahead of this system. Bulk of the moisture coming in this afternoon and into tonight, moving out for tomorrow, and high pressure moves back in. I think what people don't actually know is that you play semi-pro baseball, so you actually kind of know what you're doing. So I wouldn't be surprised if Mike hung out down there all day today. Now, it is going to be very wet. It is going to be very windy later on this afternoon, so keep that in mind. It is going to be a kind of blustery day, even though temperatures are going to be warming up with those southerly winds. Yesterday was just cold, really. It was. We saw the system right now is down in the U.S. It's bringing in some thunderstorms through Kentucky and Tennessee, all the way down through Alabama. This stretches all the way down to Texas. Severe weather warnings are in place for today throughout parts of the U.S. For us, it is going to be all rain. Lots of cloud cover this morning. This afternoon, rain moves in. Winds are going to be very strong by the late this afternoon and in through tonight. Through the overnight, winds shift to more of a northwesterly direction, so colder temperatures behind that cold front. We're looking at 15 to 25 millimeters of rain throughout southern Ontario. Temperatures by tomorrow cooling down dramatically. We're only going to see a daytime high of 4, but then look at our forecast for Sunday and even into Monday. Beautiful conditions return. We are going to be seeing some sunshine and daytime highs at or slightly above our seasonal average. I'm Emily Vukovic. Thanks for joining us on this Friday. It is April the 4th. Temperatures today are going to reflect very wet and windy conditions. Temperatures this afternoon could possibly get up to about 8 degrees, but we may stay a little bit cooler than that because of those winds. Yesterday, it was a cold day. Northwesterly winds are really going to cool down our temperatures for tomorrow. Here's the system throughout the U.S. Thunderstorms through Kentucky and in through Tennessee and down through Alabama. This stretches all the way down to Texas. Severe weather for them. Rain for us. We are going to see a lot of cloud cover this morning. This afternoon, rain starts to pick up in intensity throughout the afternoon and in through the evening. That's when the winds are going to be at their strongest. High pressure moves back in throughout the day tomorrow. We're looking at about 15 to 25 millimeters of rain. Temperatures behind the cold front with those northwesterly winds are really going to cool things down to about 4 degrees tomorrow, but feeling like -2. By Sunday, gorgeous conditions, 10 degrees, lots of sunshine, and then on Monday, warm, but we do have some more wet weather moving in.
This October, I can't wait for it. Emily, I have a seat warm for you right here as well. Back inside to you.
Mike, you don't know me at all, do you? If it's cold and wet and windy, I'm not sitting anywhere outside, that's for sure. And that's exactly what it's going to be like today. And we'll talk about that in the long range. We're looking at about 5 to 15 millimeters of, 15 to 25 millimeters of rain throughout the GTA. You might want to think of doing some indoor activities, and Kevin Vorjay has some suggestions. All right, well, temperatures are going to cool down tomorrow, so indoor activities might be a good idea for the kids. Thanks, Kevin, for all those great suggestions. 10 degrees for Sunday. We warm up, we return to more seasonal values, and we're going to see tons of sunshine.
Visit our new and
It is going to be a very wet and windy night for the Jays home opener tonight for the City of Toronto. A lot of people are talking about it on social media. There are about 15 workers outside of the Rogers Centre power washing the sidewalk and the street as we speak, cleaning up after that winter of salt and sand. Everybody's so excited, they're actually tweeting pictures of their tickets. I think that's awesome that so many people are excited about this game. Will the rain put a damper on the game? Only if they open the roof, which they're not going to tonight, by the way. Wearing my raincoat to the Jays home opener, that would be a very good call. And there could be a snowstorm and I'd still be happy. It is going to be a very wet and windy night for the Jays home opener tonight for the City of Toronto. A lot of people are talking about it on social media. There are about 15 workers outside of the Rogers Centre power washing the sidewalk and the street as we speak, cleaning up after that winter of salt and sand. Everybody's so excited, they're actually tweeting pictures of their tickets. I think that's awesome that so many people are excited about this game. Will the rain put a damper on the game? Only if they open the roof, which they're not going to tonight, by the way. Wearing my raincoat to the Jays home opener, that would be a very good call. And there could be a snowstorm and I'd still be happy.